Welcome. This is Bert Dohmen on January 25th. It's been a very interesting week and may turn out to be a very important week for the entire year. Here we see the S&P 500 index, and you can see how over the past year, this is starting in March, the tops have been caught very nicely by our stochastic indicator, which is right here. When it crosses over, that's a sell signal. When it crosses over in the opposite direction, it's a buy signal. And you can see here how these moves have been caught very nicely on the S&P 500 index. Here, in fact, on October 9th, this was the exact low of about 1,000-point pullback in the Dow Jones Industrials. We got an exact buy signal right here in our trading services, closed out short positions and went long. Here we can connect the peaks that we saw here during last year, and what was resistance at that point now has been support. Was support in November, was support in December, and now it will probably be support at least for a little while, perhaps as little as 2 or 3 days in January. So this is an important level now to watch. Once it breaks through in a decisive manner, we usually give it 2 days below that line. Then we know this is more of a longer-term trend than just a short-term break. So this is very important right now. You can see how the stochastic looks. It has turned over and it's gone below that horizontal line. So this is the start of what should be a meaningful move. Here you can see that every time it has started this down move, it has been a decline that was painful for the bulls. This year was the least of a decline, but this was still, 1,000 points in the Dow Jones Industrials. So let's now look at the Dow Jones Industrials to see if they confirm this. Here we can see the Dow Jones Industrials. We also have 3 peaks, and you can see that this has not the upsloping trend as much as the S&P 500. It's only 30 stocks. 30 stocks are easy to manipulate. And talking about manipulation, we did see just a few days ago the Dow Jones Transports made a new all-time high when we were getting screaming sell signals on the other indices. The Dow Jones Industrials Transports are not important for the markets. In fact, they're usually used as a trap. There are only 20 stocks. They're in the index. It's very easy to manipulate. We hear analysts on TV now talking about the wonderful performance of the transports and that this forecasts a good economy this year. That's totally untrue. In the middle of 2008, the Dow Jones Transports also made a new all-time high, and that was followed immediately within a couple of months with the most serious crash since 1929. So here you can also see how the stochastic has caught these turning points very nicely, the tops and the bottoms. Look at this. It's you cannot do this with fundamental analysis, and we're happy that the majority of people on Wall Street and money managers don't know anything about technical analysis. So here you can see, look at this signal here. This was October 9th. We caught the exact bottom in our trading services, closed out short positions and went long. So these are very important. Now we're seeing the stochastic. You're having a meaningful decline below this horizontal line. This will have follow through. Although right now, for very short-term traders, the index on Friday did hit this line here. That was resistance at these peaks. So now will be a brief short-term support, unless the market is extremely weak. An extremely weak market now would fall right through, and that would just cause an avalanche of selling. But we could have a 2 to 3 day bounce right here, and the maximum height of that bounce would be 16,167 on the Dow Jones Industrials. Okay, so there you have the current reading of the markets. Join us again. Sorry for the absence for several weeks on this, but we've been very busy. Our business is growing just fantastically fast. We had a great January in the markets on the upside, and now we should be able to play the downside. And that's usually even more profitable because stocks go down faster than they go up. Go to Forbes.com, take a look at my blog. Bert Dohmen is the name, and you will find there an article which talks about a very reliable indicator for market tops. A very timely article that was written a couple of weeks ago. Thank you, and see you next time.